Hey, my friend, welcome to the Art of Online Business podcast. My name is Rick Mulready, and I'm an online business coach. I'm an ads expert, and most importantly, I'm a dad. And this show is where we help established online course creators and coaches create more profit, more impact with less hustle. All right, let's get into it. Hey, what's up, my friends? Welcome to episode number 613 here on the podcast. I'm Rick Mulready, your host here of the Art of Online Business podcast. And so today I want to talk about if you have to make a tough decision when it comes to somebody on your team. And let's just say that you have to part ways with them for whatever reason. This is a question that recently came up from one of our students. And I think this is a really, really common type of question. And it's around, kind of like, what is the nicest way to let somebody go, especially if somebody's been with you for a long time and they are not performing and a decision has to be made about, whether to part ways or not. And so in this episode here, in this example I'll share, not a specific example, but let's just say that you do have to let somebody go. So let's talk about that a little bit and what that could look like. Specifically, I really want to focus on 3 words that you as the CEO really need to know when it comes to your team. And I'll share those 3 words with you here in just a second. Okay. So first, letting somebody go on your team should never come as a shock to them, right? You should be having regular check-ins with them, reviews, performance improvement plans if necessary. Now, there are some caveats to that, right? So whenever we bring somebody onto our team, there's a 90-day trial period. And it's during this time that you're trying to figure out if that person is right for the business and vice versa, right? Are you right for this person? And it's during this time, it's like, okay, you know what? Things aren't working out. And you'll know very, very quickly. I've had to make decisions within 2 weeks sometimes just because there are way too many red flags. And when the red flags are big enough, it's like, okay, let's make a change very quickly. That has happened to me more than once, unfortunately. And this happened to one of our students recently as well, where it's like, after I think it was like 7 days or something, it's like this was not working out for them. And they had to make that decision to let them go. What I really want to focus on, though, is if someone's been with you for a while and, they're not meeting your expectations, okay, and you have to make that decision. So if you are meeting with them on a regular basis, you're checking with them, you're doing your quarterly reviews or monthly reviews or however you want to do that, if they need some form of performance improvement plan, generally it's like a 30-day performance improvement plan where you have a discussion with them, let them know what's going on, what is being seen with their performance, and you put them on a performance improvement plan. It's like, okay, if these things aren't improved and completed or whatever in the next 30 days, based on a set criteria that you both agree to, then, changes may have to be made at the end of those 30 days. If after those 30 days, let's just say, if things still are not meeting the expectations of the business after those conversations have been had, remember, nothing should come as a shock to the person, right? You may need to part ways with them. And if it gets to that point, the 3 words I was referring to earlier, there are these 3 words I really want you to remember in your conversation with that person, with your team. And those 3 words are the business needs. The business needs. This is something I learned a long time ago. It's not I need, right? We often go to that. We often default to that because it's our business, right? So it's like, I need this, or you're not doing this and I need this. I need it done this way. It's the business needs. So many of us think we are our business, which is a whole separate topic for another episode. You are not your business, by the way. Even if you're like, my kind of business where you are the brand you're still not your business. Your business sits right next to you in a chair. I'm like on video right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm patting the head of the business over here next to me. You are not your business. Again, whole other episode. So years ago, I used to say that. I would say things to if I had to have a conversation with a team member and I let them go, I'd say, I need, whenever that difficult conversation came up. And by saying that, I was making it personal. And it's never personal. It's just business. Okay. I want to repeat that again. It's never a personal thing when it comes to your team. It's a business decision. And this conversation, when you have to make the tough decision to let somebody go and make a change, this is happening either in person if they're local to you or over Zoom, right? This is not over Slack or Voxer or text. We're not breaking up with them over text, right? This is a person that you're speaking to. Remember, after all, we should be treating them as such, as the person that they are, with respect and courtesy. And so the next time that you have to have a difficult conversation with a member of your team and you need to make a change, it's hard, right? Regardless of how upset you might be and frustrated that this person isn't performing and it's hard to do. Like we're human beings, we're good people, and we never want to do that sort of thing. And at least that's my experience and many of my students. It's just like, it's heartbreaking but it's a business decision. It's not a personal thing. And we have to remember that even though you think it's what you need, we have to remember it's based on what the business needs. So when you were having a conversation with that person, it's the business needs this, the business needs whatever. Okay. Not I need, because at that point we're making it personal and not about the business. And that's the most important part. And treat them like people. Treat them with the respect and courtesy that they deserve. Okay, my friend, that is today's quick tip. This is actually what quick tips are mostly supposed to be about, but my episodes have gotten longer. And by the viewing time or listening time, you all like those little longer quick tip episodes. But I wanted to just share this with you because this is something that keeps coming up with students of ours. And I want to share this with you. Business needs, not personal. It's never personal. Okay. Thank you, my friend, as always, for listening to the podcast. If you've not yet, click that subscribe button to the show if you're listening on Apple Podcast or any other platform, or click that follow button. Make sure you do that because we're putting out 2 episodes. Well, we have been for years and years and years. We're about to hit 9 million downloads of this podcast this summer. I'm not exactly sure where we are precisely, but we are pretty darn close. And I'm really excited about that. I'm really proud of that. And thank you for tuning in to each and every episode that I do here on the podcast. I appreciate you. I don't take your time lightly and attention lightly. So thank you. Until next time, my friend, be well, and I'll talk to you soon.